My name is Shez Iqbal. Been in the industry for decades, and I'm so happy to be included in this series, the PPA presents I Found Myself in Publishing. So, Gareth.
Shez.
How are you?
Really good. Thanks for having me here. Really happy to be part of this series.
I don't think the series would be complete without you.
I feel like it would be as complete without me. You know, it's our guests who have really made this shine. I can't wait for our listeners to really get into it.
I think you've put that very, very well. So, Gareth, can you introduce yourself a little bit better than what I've just done?
I'm Gareth. I'm the operations director for the PPA. My role, whilst mostly operational, looking after the nuts and bolts of the business, I also get involved with some of our membership activities, mostly around new talent, EDI, things which are really important to the future success and sustainability and progressive aspects of the organisation and industry at large.
It's a very interesting role.
Yeah.
Keeps you busy?
Very busy. Too busy at times, but I like a challenge.
Okay, all right. Point to Gareth's boss. He's very, very busy.
Yeah. She knows.
Okay, well, look, let me introduce myself then. So I'm Shez. I work on a number of different things. I've been in the industry for about 20 years. I started off in publishing. So joining this series has been, first and foremost, just so happy to be part of the series and be included in this. But it's been a great opportunity to go back to the early stories and inceptions of individuals that are working in the industry right now, right? Especially magazine industry with the PPA. And in particular, of course, the guests are all members of the Next Gen board. So talk to me a bit about the Next Gen board.
Well, I suppose apart from Saj, I think she'd like to be in the Next Gen network, wider network, I suppose. Next Gen for us, it's one of our core initiatives. It serves multiple purposes to give and amplify voices of younger, more diverse people, and give the industry and strategic decision-making a lens that otherwise might miss if were it not for the inclusion of those voices. But also to really be seen to not just support our sector and our businesses with all like kind of progressive initiatives, but to put our money where our mouth is, right? And to actually be part of delivering that. As a trade body, I feel it's one thing to tell businesses what they need to be doing. It's another thing to be showing them how to do it. And so for us, the inclusion of those voices, giving a platform, bringing in amazing insights that otherwise might get missed. And hopefully in exchange of that, we give these people something that they can feed back into their businesses, feed forward into their sector, their communities, and hopefully it serves as a platform to do both.
I think it does. I mean, from the conversations that I've had with them, they all seem to be super delighted to be members of the Next Gen board.
Hope so. It's been 18 months. It's been a tough 18 months. We've had one of our final board meetings today, and there was a question that came up around like workload and expectations for the next board. And we know, it's the first time we ran it. We haven't got everything right. We think everyone's really happy with their time on the board. So it's good to hear you say that. But I think there's been a few challenges that we've needed to massage over time. But that's the same with any kind of new initiative, right? It takes that kind of constant and ongoing involvement and correction and course adjustment to get it right. And we hope now with applications open actually for the next cohort, we hope we've kind of refined that a bit so that it's going to be more successful next time round.
Brilliant. Looking forward to seeing the next cohort as well.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
And from what I understand, there was quite a process there in terms of getting people on board for that first cohort. And have you gone through a similar sort of process for the second cohort as well?
Pretty much. We've refined it a little bit.
Okay.
Taking on board some of the feedback from last time. I think some of the expectations about what that kind of assessment or interview day might look like. But yeah, pretty much a rinse and repeat of last time round, just kind of, tidied up the edges.
So talk to me a little bit about this podcast then. So how did this come about? What are your thoughts on it? What are your expectations from the series that's coming ahead?
Well, firstly, it's an extension of the Next Gen work. One of our working groups have been working on an industry-wide talent campaign, launching next week actually, Found Myself in Publishing. And this is a spin-off from that. We hope to give people an opportunity to talk about their route into the sector, so many non-traditional paths, right? I think everyone's got, or most people might have an idea of publishing and media and magazines as being either exclusive or for journalists only or graphic designers only, but actually there's space for everybody in the sector. And we hope to share some of those stories, some of those challenges, some of the opportunities, and just get really in depth with what makes people get out of bed every day for work.
I think you've called out one of the common themes there. That's definitely come out through the conversations. Some of the other things that came out, which I think super interesting, and I hope those that are listening to this episode do tune into the other episodes. There's two people on there that are award-winning individuals, and again, tune in to hear more about that.
I think this series might even be edited by one of our award-winning individuals, right?
Absolutely, yes. Yeah. So we've got Nav Powell, and Nav Powell's story is phenomenal, and it's truly entrepreneurial. There's another story there from an individual who grew up reading the publication that they now work for. I'm trying not to give away anything. And actually, there's also someone who overcame some real significant health hurdles, if we can call it that, but has taken that and made something beautiful out of it, and is now really an advocate for that. So I think that the content is fantastic. I've really enjoyed doing the series. I should say that the introduction music was put together by Gareth Pritchard.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. There is another sample, which we haven't quite put in yet. We're going to work out how to use it. That's Gift sent over a sample of Happy Birthday using farts.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know how we're going to put that in, but we'll work out a way to do it.
I'm sure there's room for B-roll everywhere, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm looking forward to the outtakes.
Absolutely, and the series is super creative as well. I mean, we talk a lot about AI. There's some fantastic use of AI as well in one of the episodes. Each episode is really standalone. The stories are just so unique, and they really do make you fall in love with the industry even more so. Even someone like me who's been in the industry for decades.
And I haven't. I've been in the industry for 2 years, and I think what you said there about hearing stories, isn't that what this is all about, right? At the root of everything that our members and the sector does, it's about storytelling. Dress up as content creation, dress up as editorial. It's about telling a story, and it's you can tell a story through photos or videos, through any multimedia. Stories at the root of it all.
Absolutely. So, Gareth, before I let you go, talk to me about why this industry is such a great industry to work in.
For me, I've been in the industry for 2 years. I've come from a background of working cross sectors, originally as a management consultant, where I'd be going into businesses or sectors on a kind of 6, 9, 12-month basis. So for me, I'm able to bring that lens and shared experiences of different businesses, what they look like. And that helps me in my role. But what makes the sector, I think, unique is that there's room for everybody, regardless of your background, your experience. So long as you are passionate, you've got skills, there'll be a place for you to thrive. The opportunities are endless, it's innovative, it's exciting, truly exciting. We work with the most cutting edge of brands, and every day presents new opportunities and a reason to really enjoy your work.
Gareth, I think you've teed up the series really, really well. Good. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode.
And thanks for hosting us. We're really looking forward to seeing how the series evolves. There's some amazing guests, some great stories.
Great.
Everything's really authentic, and you have been our steedy coach and all of that.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thanks, mate. We'll see you.